Hi, I'm Michael Beardsley, and welcome to another episode of An Actor Reacts. As always, today I will be watching an episode of a television show and reacting to the scenes that involve acting or filmmaking or whatever other crap I want to talk about. Today, you asked for it, well, some of you asked for it, so we will be doing the second episode of Entourage. Second episode is called The Review, and it originally aired on July 25th, 2004. If you watched my previous Entourage video, you'll know that I had not watched the show before and I was not a huge fan of it. So I haven't watched any since, so today I will be coming to the second episode fairly fresh. As always, there will be spoilers, so let's get started.
My vagina is a flower.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Vagina monologues. Me and Faustino are putting it up in class tonight.
A monologue is a speech spoken by one character to another character or to the audience.
My vagina is a shell.
And in this case, it would be to the audience.
It's a round, pink, tender shell. Opening and closing, closing and opening.
Also notice he got that line wrong.
Opening and closing and opening.
So I'm not sure why him and Faustino are putting it up together. It's a one-man operation. Also, is Johnny talking about David Faustino?
Now I got a date. Oh, it's our fourth date. What kind of question is that? No, not yet. I know all about precautions. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, I'll call you Sunday. Love you. Bye.
He played Bud Bundy on Married with Children.
I got him. Leave me alone.
Vagina monologues. I thought that was for girls.
It's a gender reversal exercise, bro.
The show was kind of ahead of its time, I guess. Gender swaps, they're all the rage now.
She's doing a marvelous impression of a deflated
And just like a
balloon.
male
Just
doing a
gotta let her
vagina
ride it out
monologue,
till she's out of
sometimes they just don't work. Yeah, the Ghostbusters remake was not good.
That's what being a good actor's all about.
I decided it's the one with the bends. I had a dream about it last night.
I dreamt about it last night too, Vince. We're cruising down Rodeo. Suddenly two jerk-offs pull up and say, "Hey, Chase Brothers."
Well, it had to be a dream. Somebody recognized you?
While it doesn't happen that often, yeah, even actors who are not stars or known by most people, like me, can get recognized from time to time. I've been recognized for my little role in Freaks and Geeks, as well as a horror movie called Lizzie Borden's Revenge.
This is Bobby Baker recording for the Bobby Peeps website. As promised, I'm about to make my way inside the sorority house.
Did you get the trades?
Right here, boss. Just warning you, it ain't pretty.
The trades, or trade papers, were newspapers that look kind of like this, or exactly like this, that would come out every day and just report on all of the insider information in the movie industry. There was Daily Variety and Weekly Variety, and then there's the Hollywood Reporter and Backstage. All of those are still actually in print except for Daily Variety.
Read it out loud, E.
In Head-On, a by-the-numbers crime thriller, only one thing is proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Vincent Chase is guilty of fraud. This fly-by-night pretty boy, who's been tapped as the it actor of the moment, makes walking and talking seem so difficult that by the end you wish someone would just let the man rest.
Reading reviews is always tough. I don't even like to watch myself, much less read my reviews.
You all right?
Yeah, whatever. Good or bad, you can't let what these people say affect you.
Wow, it's a great attitude to have. Granted, this was in 2004, and now with social media being such a big thing and YouTube videos, people can get savaged so much worse.
Remember what they said about me when Viking Quest aired? No laughed their way to a full 22.
Johnny does a lot of B movies. I don't know anyone like that. Nope, no one. Nope, no one. One more thing I want to point out. The t-shirt Johnny's wearing says Teamsters Local 399. That is actually the Hollywood branch of the Teamsters. They are primarily responsible for driving all the production vehicles, though they do dabble in other areas of production as well. My first thought seeing this is that this talent agency looks ridiculously, unrealistically big, and the big windows looking out, it just doesn't look like any talent agency I've ever seen. But I have also never been in a large talent agency. I've been in mid-size agencies and I've been in small agencies. Sometimes it's just one room, sometimes it's a reception area with a few offices. Never anything like this. There are a few agencies that are this big. I wasn't sure what Ari's level was as an agent, but now I see that he is just one of the many agents at a really big agency. Agencies this size could have like 60 or more agents, and that's just in Los Angeles. And it makes sense that Vince would be with an agency like this, because if he was the it guy, they're definitely going to be interested in him. Even though this agency probably has many, many famous people, much more famous than Vince, those people are being handled by different agents, which is why Ari can devote quite a lot of time to Vince.
Who's that girl?
That was fucking Justine Chapin, bro.
What, the singer?
Sure, it's possible you could run into another celebrity in the hallways of an agency. And agencies this size absolutely represent different types of people, meaning musicians, athletes, directors, writers, and actors, obviously.
Come on in, boys.
Hey, Ari.
Hold everything for me, will you?
Yeah.
Vince. No representation. Just reminding you.
This is very true. People have asked me for referrals to my agents so many times. If they're good, I'll do it. If they don't have a reel, if I just don't feel like they're putting the effort in, no way. You also don't want to be represented by somebody who doesn't believe in you, or doesn't want to represent you. Because they're not going to submit you for roles if they just have you on the books as a favor.
So, Ari, should we be worried about this review?
No, we shouldn't be worried about that. It's not even a real paper, Vince. It's Variety.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Variety is definitely a real paper. Very important people read it.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing about Vince's next job?
I got Vince's next job. It's Matterhorn. You passed on it. You remember? He passed on your next job, Vince.
That is a very agent thing to say. Agents are not going to be real happy when their clients turn down million-dollar projects.
Vince, we got to get you a real manager.
See, that is another very realistic thing for an agent to say. Agents like working with certain managers. He would want Vince to get a real manager.
Why pay 10% when I got E over here for $4,000 a month?
10% is the standard fee for a manager. Actually, it can be higher than that. Sometimes it's 15%. They're not as regulated as agents. $4,000 a month, if he's making more than $40,000, is cheaper. Yay, math.
Where's your bedside manner, dummy? What are you doing bringing up a bad review?
You just said it didn't matter.
It does matter. All right, everyone in this town reads that thing. I got more calls about this stupid-ass thing than I did when my mother passed away, all right?
Thank you. Okay, see, again, I think Ari is a realistic agent character.
We got reviews coming out on Friday, 200 of them. If they're like this, we're in deep shit. That's why you book your next job before the movie comes out.
And he's right. Again, absolutely correct.
Hey, you remember? The Orange County Register said I was a functioning retard. Now, that was a bad review.
The Orange County Register. Now that is a paper that doesn't matter. If you get a bad review in the Orange County Register, it's not even in LA, so not a big deal.
Hey, you should come check out this class with me, bro. You got to audition to get in, but since you're legacy.
Think I need an acting class, Johnny?
Auditioning to get into a class is very common. They sometimes call these master classes. There are plenty of entry-level classes that get all sorts of people, but by auditioning, it kind of weeds out the people who really don't know what they're doing and will probably be going back to Nebraska in a month.
Grab a seat there, boy. Grab us an egg roll. We got everything here from Diddle-eyed Joe to damned if I know.
When you drive a Rolls Royce, you are making a statement.
And how expensive is this statement?
320,000?
Not bad.
Ah, people spending too much money when they have a little bit of success. Didn't anyone learn anything from MC Hammer? Well, I meant other than being too legit to quit. That is Santa Monica Boulevard. I have driven that street many, many times.
He must have been out of his mind buying a $300,000 Rolls Royce.
He didn't buy it, Marvin. He leased it.
That's even worse.
Yes! There we go. Again, I make a comment and then a character says exactly what I just said. I love it.
Guess who? Edward James Olmos.
Oh, right. You didn't even say his name right.
No, it's Jessica Alba. I have no personal experience with Jessica Alba. Never met her.
I read the thing in the Variety.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Hey.
No, I mean, the guy was such an asshole. You were great.
Really?
Yeah, you were
Thanks.
fantastic.
Yeah, Jessica Alba is no stranger to bad reviews. In fact, she is one of the actresses with the worst track record and the most poorly reviewed movies.
Bars here, bars over there, girls are everywhere, bathrooms back there, and I need to steal your friend for a second.
Okay, here we have a generic Hollywood party. But this is not an industry party, so the fact that there are no old people here, sure, Jessica Alba probably hangs out with young, pretty people, as this was when she was in her young, pretty prime.
I think you could be doing a lot more. No, I do. I think you're not.
really talking shop right now.
I am talking shop, but you're
At
not.
my house.
Indeed, because it's the only time I
At
get.
my party.
Yes.
My agent isn't here.
Agents try to do this all the time. Maybe not at parties like this, but maybe they do. That being said, at this point in her career, Jessica Alba was actually doing quite well. She had done Dark Angel, and around this time was when she was booking the Fantastic Four and Sin City. This was way before she did stuff like The Love Guru.
You want a statue. You deserve a statue. You do. You deserve it.
She's not the type of actress to get an award. Except the Razzie Award she won in 2011, collectively for the 4 films she acted in that year. This was her 5th nomination, but her first win.
Hey! Yo, drama! What are you doing here? Me? Why aren't you in class? Because I knew you'd f me, you
See, it was that Faustino.
Goodbye, Bud Bundy. Hello, Grandmaster B.
And I'm also going to say, again, he's like, I knew you'd stand me up. What? What was he going to do? They're monologues. It's an independent thing. Why would he need Faustino there?
You didn't even say his name right.
That's something a lot of people have said. Why do I need Faustino?
Oh, forgive me, Ghostbuster B.
Could he be in an acting class? He probably should be in an acting class. He's not getting a lot of A-list roles here. Except Sharknado 4 and Atomic Shark. He went through a little shark phase there.
So you wick-wack, knick-knack, tic-tacs, get back. I got the funky style and you know you can't get with that.
Maybe Ari's right. Maybe you should get a real manager.
It was one review, E.
Look, it's not just the review. All right, there's a million people out there who have more experience than I do.
Okay, I'm respecting Eric a little bit more now that he's actually realizing that he's in way over his head.
All right, I'll tell him. New York Times says you're the next Johnny Depp.
Cool.
Okay, now good reviews. Good reviews feel good. Bad reviews feel bad. And that brings us to the end of the episode, so let's do a little recap. On the good side, massive talent agencies like the one we saw do exist. Everything Ari Gold said was accurate. Agents do try to steal clients from other agencies. New celebrities who suddenly have a lot of money often overspend. On the bad side, monologues do not require 2 people to perform, not even if one of those people is David Faustino. Actually, that's kind of all the bad that I have. This is a first. This episode was so accurate, I got nothing else. I guess I could add that it's an unrealistic coincidence that they just happened to randomly run into Jessica Alba right after they had happened to randomly run into her friend, and then at the party, David Faustino's there. And for the ugly, you thought I was going to say David Faustino, but nope.
Hammer man, hammer, hammer man, hammer. Whenever there's a crime, some crooks are gonna do time. They all better beware, cause the hammer man will be there.
And that is all for today. And now this is the part where I say those things that all people on YouTube are always saying. Watch my other videos. Like my videos. Leave me a comment. Subscribe to my channel. And I have a Patreon now.
Robber.
And that is all I have to say. So I shall see you next time.